Hi, this is Sarah Crowley, and today I'm going to read an excerpt from a Substack post called The Midwest. I guess it's more than an excerpt, it's the entirety of the post, but I'm going to be reading it to you. Story time. And if you want to check out my Substack, uh, much appreciated. And if you want to become a subscriber, you can be a free subscriber. You don't have to pay. Also, much appreciated. Yeah. So this is called the Midwest. Tornado warnings are as common in the spring as the hypnotic cicada sound is in late summer. I experienced a small tornado once. We lived in Grandview, Missouri at the time. I was about age 3. I remember we took shelter in the cellar just like you see in the movies. I have a memory of a pan spinning round and round in the kitchen. I'm presuming that was the same day. I'm presuming that's a real memory, though it seems now supernatural. But the storms in the Midwest are otherworldly. My mom said that property was prone to whirling pockets of air, dust devils. In the basement during this small tornado incident, I remember 2 snakes coiled up, not small. My mom or her boyfriend Jerry assured me the snakes were dead. Oh, honey, don't worry, they're dead. Recently, my older sister told me, sounding shocked by my naivete, those snakes weren't dead. LOL. The Midwest is beautiful. Don't let its humble face fool ya. But often the sky and air take center stage, and the storms. The Midwest, such a rangy, sprawling term. There's geographical vagueness to the title, too, and many of its inhabitants aren't sure they've made the cut. So many states claim the slot. Honestly, Michigan and Minnesota seem debatable to me, and Ohio should be Mid-East, but it does produce folk who are stereotypically wholesome, down to earth. According to Google, Ohio is Mid-East and Midwest. I once overheard an Idahoan claimed to be living in the Midwest. I didn't correct him. So there's vagueness to the title, and in the case of the Idahoan, geographical confusion. Born in Lindsborg, Kansas, raised mostly in Kansas City, Missouri. Did I mention I love KC? And isn't that the swift apologetic appetizer dealt before insults? I won't, though. I can't. I have no reason. I have too much affection for it all. The moments of iconic dullness were grand blessings. The moments of joy and even the trauma, an artist's treasure trove. My imagination flourished in the land of non-dramatic landscape. It isn't Yosemite nor the Himalayas, but the sky and hills in Missouri and the storms. Midwesterners love the storms, our terrifying storms. And likely, much thanks to Hollywood, the Midwest is thought of as the perfect place to live, be raised, safe and wholesome enough to keep you intact morally, yet just dull enough you wouldn't want to stay. In truth, Kansas City is a culturally rich place. It isn't the backwards cowtown folks imagine. But from a young age, I knew I would leave. I longed for different lands. Oh well, what can I say? To quote the famous philosopher Popeye, I am what I am. And as a child, I would gaze at our household globe and spin it. A lot. It was a pretty standard globe and had a nifty light bulb. Did I mention I would spin it obsessively? We kept it in the living room by the TV and deferring to its prophecy like an oracle, a sibyl. And maybe it was. I would ask questions and it would answer. Where will I live and travel? And it would say, if I didn't like the answer, I could spin again. Sometimes the globe would foresee such excitement. Tunisia, Nepal, Morocco. Sometimes it didn't seem omniscient at all. Nebraska, Greenland. Sometimes it would be sassy. Dropped me into the sea, unmoored, no land in sight. Amelia Earhart. And you shall live here. I was smart enough not to poise my oracular finger near the north-south poles. Sometimes the globe would be such a bore, seemingly devoid of prescience or wit, sending me to the USA again and again, each country depicted in pretty hues, mountains and rivers and deserts. Greece was orange, England pink, France green. Oh, I don't remember the colors. Who would? I remember the capitals were shown in a friendly sort of font. Paris, Rome, Tokyo, and I didn't take its forecasting seriously. Well, not too much. I learned I could change my mind any time. I could go against fate or try. And how did that feel? In truth, the game was no more than child's play, and like most games, both serious and not. If I didn't like the answer, I could ask again. Wherever my finger landed, that was it. Fate sealed. Not really. I'd spin again, like a tornado. The end.